Okay, as I showed you how to create a new columns in the table here. Once you open your table, you can create a column by inserting a row here. So these columns actually in your form every information that you have here is actually also columns for your tables. That's why once you create a new row in the Needit table here, which is actually the list of the columns, once you create the person complete person, is going to automatically create a new field type here. So I can show you, as you can see here. Now this is Needit application, but if I take the Needit bis and I go here in the form, it created here person complete because we have created on the table itself. So that's, from now all we need to do is just drag and drop at this point here, so we have what we need similar to this one. So here we have, so the rest of the information. So that's how I found how to create the person complete here without like, if I type here person, I did not find it. So that's an alternative way that I found how to create the person is complete. So I'm gonna save it. So the first part of the thing is done. So we have created here our Needit default view applications. Now we have to create a new view, which is the user view, which is going to be different. So here, and it's not going to have every information that we need. So what information that we need for a user view? So I'm going to click on user. We're going to need just two information: short description and description with the second section. So this one, so I'm gonna just delete this one and this one, and I don't need even the chart. I'm gonna keep this like this. And the first one, which has only 5 elements: number requested for when needed, what needed, and request type, which means I don't need emails, I don't need complete, I don't need target, I don't need priority, I don't need state, and I don't need other. So all I need is 3 5 and how it is arranged. So when needed, it goes here, what needed is goes here, and request type, it goes in between. That's another view we have created for form. So it's created another application file. So we have 2 application file of form, and one is the default view, one is the user view. I will show you a little bit later how we can change the view. So let's do it now. So let's see if we can do it now. So I'm going here, type Needit bis and all, no, this one. So I have to actually have all, create new, and create some things in order to show you this. So at this point I cannot show you, I'll show you a little bit later. So let's create now the list layout, the third thing, which is this one. So I'm going to close this one, we don't need this one, and which is this one. What are the information the table should display? So it should display the number, priority, state, percentage, complete, assigned to, who is working on it, short description, and the task type. That's what we need to know. Okay, so in order to do that, it's very simple. We go to, so now I can close all of this and create a new application file, and is a list layout. So I'm gonna type list, and I have layout. I'm gonna click on create, choose my table base. in IT base, and I have already number, priority, state assigned to, and everything needed except the percentage complete, so which is here. I'm gonna drag and drop, and I'm gonna put here on the fourth section, so just below. Great, save it. This is our table, how it's going to look like. So all the different information displayed for the list view of our table, so all the different columns. Okay, I will show you that a bit later. I will show you with an example of Need IT application why we have this. So I go here and I click on all. This is the thing that we have changed here. We put number, priority, state, person complete, assigned to, short description, task type. That is the list layout. In the meantime, I'm going to show you the different views. For the different views, for example, I click on this record, add here view. This is a default view. I can make it like if some user want to use like another person want to see another type of view, you just need to click on this one. So for some reason it's not working. Let's change to this Needit test, and I'm gonna put this one. Okay, as you can see here, the view is different from the other one. This is the user view, and we can change it to default view by clicking on these actions. Okay, great. That's how, just to show you how to change views. We did not have yet. I could not show you for Needit base because I already created Needit test for training myself. This one, the one I installed, and this one we are creating. And now we are going to create these three new things: create new, all, open, or requested. So the way we do it is, so we have already our data model, so everything is done. Now we go to application, we go to modules, and we click on that, and I'm going to name this as all, and my application menu is Needit base. The order I'm going to put 100. This number is referred to how you would like to show the modules under the application menu. So if you put 300, 100, 100, 200, 300 for different application, it will order them with the number that you have entered here. So 100 will come on the top, for example, all will come on the top, and if you put for open 300 or 200, it will come below, so on. So the row is already linked. Here the user, find the visibility. What we want is the list of the records. We have nothing else to touch unless we want to put some hint to say what is exactly. Let's see if we have some sort of hint for all here. Yeah, they put list of all Needit records in the database. So I'm gonna just copy paste Needit base record in the database, update. Okay, great. So that's one part is done. If you want to view, I'm gonna just refresh. I don't need this. I'm going to Needit, and you can see here we have all, and it's going to give me, right now we have no records, that's why it's empty. So let's create now the create new and requested one. Each one has a different purpose. The create new is going to give us the form that we have already designed in the form designer in order to put the information to create a new record. Requested is going to just show us a filtered list of record, which is like all the open request. Okay, so the way you do, so we don't have the option to modify. What we need to do is to create another application file, and in this case it's called module. We type modules and we click on here modules, we click on create. Okay, it's going to be create new. I'm not going to change a different name, and our application is going to be Needit base, and I'm going to set it as a 200. And let's see what hint we have here. And we have create new, and I'm going to put the same hint, and we should have here new record, and we have to choose here the right table, which is this one. Is there anything else that we have to do here? We have to give the role as well who has access. So Needit base, this one, submit. Great. So we have created now the module create new. Who can access? The user can access. So we use that, you see that modules, and what the module is going to do, what is the link type, is a new record. New record means like is going to basically trigger the form, display the form. Let's check that if that thing works. So I hope I updated. Let's update that one, and going back here and refresh, and I'm typing Needit create new. As you can see here, we have our whole form that we have created. Okay, we have our statistic sections, we have our log section, we have our chart section, we have all the columns that we have set here. We have something more here, we have to delete this one. And so yeah, so some of the thing we cannot do right now because we need to do the client and server side development. For example, if I type person's name, it cannot automatically pop up the email address. That can be only done with the script. And same goes, for example, I have a list of choices here, human resources, and I don't need to see every other choices. If I have human resources as a request type as first, I only need to see human resources 1 or 2, and that's it. I don't need to see anything else. Sorry, I can see as well other, but why? So I don't need to see all the other options. So that one is not as well possible to do directly. We need to use what we call UI policies, which comes under server development. Same thing goes here. Let's say if I choose other, and I have to complete some information, but the other field is not always needed. So if I choose, for example, legal and legal here, I don't need to have other field to be displayed in. So this one as well we can do with the UI policy. So there are different things that we can only do with scripting, writing scripts in server side and client side. The hiding and showing the field, it can be done without writing the script. That's the only exception. So if I want to go back here, the Needit application, I'm sure I am in the Needit application. If I go to the client development, these are the application file where we absolutely need to use scripts. But there is another one which we call UI policy. It's much more different. It's like using different options, understanding those options in order to not to write scripts, because you can write scripts, but you can as well delete those scripts and use the UI policies in order to have the same result. So that's the only exceptions. Here for the server development, we have to write scripts. So that's why I prefer to do as a second part to finish entirely the build up process of the application. Okay, all create new is done. Now the third one is the request, all the request, open request. Okay, so the first thing and the other thing is to do is create a module as we have done before. Click on module, click on create and type open, and I'm gonna just check what title we have here and close all the different things that we don't need. So a list of records Needit table that do not have a state value of closed. That's the title. Great title. I'm gonna place it as a 300 so it comes in the last, and the application is going to be Needit this, and it's not going to be list of records. Well, it's going to be a filtered one, so I'm going to choose the table Needit this, and it's going to be requested. Sorry, I have to check that. Yes, it's not requested, it's the state is not on off. This one, so I have to select 3 of them like this, and I think the rest of the information is correct. Submit. Visibility I have to change. Okay, giving the access for the user to see that. Update. So I give this role. Done. Okay, so at this point we have created 3 modules. So let's see if we can see those modules here. So I'm gonna type Needit base or strange. I don't see the 3 of them. Needit. Yeah, I can see now. All create new open. Open will contain nothing because we have created any records. I'm not going to create anyone because I have to choose manually the email, write some emails here and then choose some persons, and it's not going to be that's why we don't have any chart as well here. So that will be done later. So just here, just to show you how to create this application, all the modules, what are the different things that we need to create here. Okay, that part is done, so I'm gonna close this thing, and okay, sorry, here, and the only thing missing here is the reporting. So same thing goes in the same way. We click on create application file, reporting, click on report, create. So what type of report we would like to see? We would like to see all active Needit base requested by requested for, right? If I'm not requested type, requested by type. Here is done a bit differently. They are using a data source. If I click on data, they are using a data source. In my case, I'm going to use the table, and I'm going to add a condition. It's going to give the same result. So I click on this breadcrumb, and I'm going to choose state is no, sorry, active is true. Save it. I'm going for the next one. I guess they have chosen this one as as a chart, so I'm going to choose that one as well. Which is, let me check. No, is a donut chart, so it's this one. Okay, configure, request type. Okay, so I'm gonna choose request type. So we have here, so we have 3 type of request type. Done. Share, publish, save. Perfect. We have our first report. Now we have to create our report. Needit requested for this one. In the same way, so I'm just gonna close this one, create new application file, report, click on report, create, and I'm just going to take the title here and I'm going to put fees. And it's going to be a Pareto requested for. Okay, next, share, save, publish, save. Okay, now the third one. So it's basically the same report as the first one. Instead, we are not putting any condition which is active. So any type of request, they are active or not, we're gonna see it. Okay, so I'm going here and I'm closing this one, I'm creating new application file, put report, click on report and create one. I'm just gonna use the same title, so I'm just gonna type this here and Needit. Okay, I choose the wrong table. Hope I did not do the same. This one. Next. So type is going to be the donut chart. So donut chart. Next. And it's going to be requested type. Okay, we don't have any data, it's normal because we haven't created anything, sorry. It's done. So let's make sure here I chose the right table because we have few data, some of them, and I want to make sure the right table is chosen. So this is the right table. Okay, the report is ready. It's proper. Make sure the tables are correct. Tables are correct. Make sure it's requested for. Request type. Which one is this one? It's going to be request type. state is so active through save. Okay, run or next. Okay, I'm gonna check again. Table is good. This one is good. This one is good. This one is good. This one is good. Okay, it's done. At this point, we have done our reports. All reports are correct. We don't have any data inserted in our table, that's why we cannot see any information, but it's going to be visible once we have done the next part of the video, when we are going to work on different type of client side, server side scripting with a very good explanation from the beginning, and then we can see the entire application in the end. Okay, there is one more thing which is missing is a schedule report. Is this one. So basically it's going to send a report every with the frequency that we can choose here, daily, weekly, monthly, periodically, once or demand. So that we can set up here, and we can as well mention what is the address email. So I'm gonna just create, just for the sake that we have already in the Needit application. So let's create one, just because there is one, because I'm not going to send one. I'm not getting bothered with the report every day, so I'm gonna have to put that in my spam folder just to train ourselves to know how this thing works. That's the purpose. So I'm going to create a new application file, and I create type report, and I should have schedule email report. I'm gonna click on this one, and I'm gonna choose this one, and I'm going to take the same title. Let's go here, pull up the title, and we're gonna choose one report, which is need IT request, and so I'm going to type need IT, and need IT biz, this one. No email choose, we're gonna choose daily as and I'm gonna take a subject that we have already here, this one. Take that one, copy paste, and I'm gonna put that one as well, and it's gonna send as a PDF. You're gonna receive a PDF. I have already done this exercise, and you can see the PDF is as well. You can drill down if you have created some drill down report. So I'm gonna save it, so submit it, sorry. So it's done. It's going to create another application file. So far that's enough. So great, I'm going to close everything. So we have actually at this point created around 60% of the application itself. So if we start to complete some information, if we start to input some information in our form, it's going to create our tables, and then we can visualize our reports. We can as well receive our reports on daily basis, all these things. And so for that we have to focus on, for example, on these two parts, server development and client development, which can take a bit more time to explain. So I hope you enjoyed so far how to create the application itself, not to download from the GitHub repository and start to use it, but actually understand how this thing works, how you can create application files, how you can create modules, how you can create forms, in the form itself, how you can choose different type of fields, and if you don't have options, how you can do alternative ways to find out to input that field. For example, the field percentage complete that I did by adding a row in our table is automatically adding a field in our form, and all you need to do is just drag and drop in the location you want. So that's it for now. Hope you enjoy it, and a bit later I will come up with much more videos. It's going to be like each separate videos, like each one explaining how the business rule works, how the script include works, how the different client script work, like these things, and the UI policies. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Have a nice day. Have a good one. Bye bye.